we have another question?
Yeah. Yes, we do.
Okay, I'm trying to, like, not kick anybody, but I have to switch legs. Yeah, now Boris gets the view. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Sorry, but that leg was falling asleep.
No complaint.
yeah, it may not be into that, but it would be into that.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I got that. That's why you put me in the higher chair. Oh.
I'm saying nothing.
You know, feeling a little objectified. Okay, go on.
We gotta start bringing a higher chair for the ladies.
You know, yeah.
The ladder.
Lesson learned. You sit on the step ladder. We're just gonna be here in the uncomfortable camp chairs.
Yeah, it's terrible. I feel like I'm sinking.
Okay, this question comes from Mary, which is that sounds a little interesting because the question is, I'm thinking like Mary Magdalene because what is the most?
So you go right to Catholic school.
No, because of the question. Okay. What is the most innocent thing someone has made sexual? In your opinion, anyway.
Well, for me personally, it's definitely when they, like I said, I have that one client who likes to call me mommy, and and I call him my little boy, but it has nothing to do with me being his mother. It's more like a mommy, figure, but it's clearly a turn on for him.
Right.
Because if I say it back to him like mommy's very upset or mommy's happy, you see the happiness. You can tell,
Right.
It's a visible reaction, and I've never seen anything like that, like just from that. But that's to me that's innocent. Like when I think mommy, like that's the last thing I want to think when anything sexual is at play. But for some men, it definitely works. And
There'll be like an anti.
yeah. For some people, it absolutely is, but not for him. But it's just the idea of it. It's not like he's looking at me and picturing his mother.
Right. Now, does he regress?
No, thank God. Because then I'm out.
You have to change diapers.
Yeah, then I'm out.
Because I know you weren't into the littles.
I'm still not.
Okay, yeah.
For him, it's more like, he's a bad boy. And so he wants to be, punished for being a bad boy. But it's more like, I could be his best friend's mother. It's not, I'm a mother figure. I'm someone's mother, not necessarily his, even though he's calm. Does that make sense? Like, it's about it being taboo and
Whatever makes you feel better.
Right, and it seems to make him feel very better. So, very better, is that...
I don't know.
Professor, was that...
For English.
I flunked. I just flunked.
You need to hang in the cross for punishment.
No, I think that I should find somebody to hang in my place. Can I do a proxy hang?
We just did it. He couldn't handle it.
He could. Hey, 53 minutes. Let's see you do 5. No. I challenge you. Come on, Boris.
Yeah, that's going to work.
Okay.
Boris is like, I'm old. Double dare me all you want. I'm not doing it.
Look, Mommy, please don't put him on the cross.
Come on, can't I? Come on.
She's waiting to tie somebody up. She'll tap out. She's like,
she's so
bored. Need another person.
New sacrifice.
There should be someone tied up all the time. I need to practice my knots, help me out.
We'll go sailing. We'll practice.
It's a meditative interview.
That's right. Yeah. So I really feel like I'm sinking into this chair.
The more I watch you, I feel like the lower you're getting.
Just goes down.
I feel, or I don't know, like this chair's getting higher or you're getting lower.
No,
but it's definitely something is occurring.
Slowly going down.
Yeah, no, definitely something's occurring over there.
This is a good therapy session for him.
Yeah.
It's very relaxing.
Very much so.
Yeah.
All right, well. Okay.
Speaking of relaxing.
Shall we continue with therapy?
Yes. All right. Gardenia.
Okay.
Vincent?
So, I don't know. You went right there to like the oldest actor you could think of.
That's my age group, 85 plus.
What do you teach? The Geriatric Film Society?
Only silent film.
Black and white and silent.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't have color in silent film, so it's got
That's true. That's true.
Black and white.
Unless Mel Brooks did, silent movie.
Okay, that's...
Yeah. He also teaches that honky-tonk piano so you can play along with the film.
That was my dream job, to play piano in the silent movie.
Because if you didn't know the song, you'd be
Damn you, technology! Coming up with sound. It's terrible. People talking.
Ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
It's unnatural.
Yeah. Look at the microphone. Evil microphone. Like Norma Desmond. See another black and white.
It really, I mean, God,
Current
get him to a
references
theater.
I only watch classic.
Clearly. And not Gone with the Wind, not even the good ones, probably.
No,
because
color and talking?
Yeah.
Oh my. And war. All right.
Gone with the Wind reminds me of Bad Day at Taco Bell.
Have you seen Gone with the Wind?
I don't know.
Because I don't even know how you got there. There were no chihuahuas in that movie. All right, go on.
There's chalupas.
They're hidden in the background.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all subliminal things. In there.
All right. I think I know the answer to this. Have you ever had any overnight clients?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, if you can afford it, and I haven't had any recently because my rooms don't really allow for it. But when I used to work at the dungeon, we had a beautiful king size bed with a cage underneath.
Oh.
So when I had overnight clients, what they're really paying for is they're below me. I'm sleeping above them, and I mean, it sounds. I got Well, we do not send this to any of them that did this, but I'm usually watching my phone. I'm watching movies above them, and they're. I don't even want to know what's going on below, but it's not. Look, if someone's going to do that, it's because they want to stay in some sort of chastity or cage or tied up like for a length of time, and as long as they're willing to,
Did you put that in Airbnb? Is it an Airbnb lodging?
Well, actually, there is a kink B&B.
Oh, is it?
There is, and that's actually my goal. Like, eventually, this room, my purple room, I want to own an apartment that I can work out of that's mine, and that will stay mine, and that I can rent out to on the weekends to like people who go to the Ren Fair and things like that, because there's a lot of crossover and they need fun places to stay.
I've heard that.
And if you're not going to be home all day because you're going to be at a fair, but you want to come home and at night, and I think that would be a fun place for a lot of some of those people to stay. What do you think?
I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a shed. I can lock people in overnight.
You remind me never go to Boris's house.
Not you, but people want to be locked up in a cage. Shed's more comfortable.
Besides,
I don't know.
You're not going to pay. He's not going to lock you up if you don't pay.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and I don't get locked up because I get paid to lock those up.
Right.
I'm just saying, if you have an overflow of the clients, I have a shed.
All right, I'll let you know. We'll keep it in mind.
As long as they don't eat bird food that if you
turn it into a granny pod and we'll talk.
That's too comfortable. It's got to be a shed with like spiders and crap.
Then I'm not going in there. Like I have my own limits, but yeah. So in answer to the question, though, yeah, if somebody would, wants to afford that, then yeah, I'm down for that. I'll probably watch movies the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Silent black and white.
Yeah, silent. Yeah, so they can't hear. I like to read lips.
Play piano badly.
That'd be a good torturous.
Torture.
Yeah. What would you like? I don't know. Whatever pleases you, mistress. Okay, fine. You're going to hear me learn piano badly. Like, I mean, that'd be
That's
awesome.
still better than learning violin.
True.
That would be the
True.
worst.
Yeah.
Although I am no better on guitar.
Violin can be special.
Yeah.
I'll just I'll hire someone to play badly. I don't want to learn it now. Well, violin. No, actually, you get a bow, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that shows how much I know about musical instruments.
Sure.
Yeah, bow and arrow.
Is that the one that's electric? Does it have an amp?
Yes. We actually do have electric violins.
Oh, see? Wow, hey.
Do we have another question?
Yeah, we do. Didn't know if we were ready. Okay. William asks, what would make you retire? Like, I guess...
Besides winning the lottery?
Is it a goal? is there like a monetary goal? Is there an age?
There's an age.
An experience?
I don't think there's an experience that would make me retire. There might be experiences that make me second guess my choices in life, but I don't know that there's that would make me quit. But no, I think there's an age. I think there's going to get to be a point where, like, it's just not going to work anymore. Like, there are certain things that are cool when grandma does it and certain things that are not.
Yeah, gravity is not your friend.
Gravity's not my friend. And, I think some of the implements will get really heavy to lift and swing.
But you can get one of your, whatever you call them, subs to carry it for you.
Yeah, carry it, but not swing it. It's not the same.
Not the same.
Yeah, so, I don't want to, step on a ball and trip.
By the time you're ready to retire, they're going to have, a Chinese robot doing it anyway. So.
Right. Well, yeah, my luck is I'll go kick somebody in the balls and I'll, break a hip. I think that's a good time to stop.
Yeah.
How did grandma end up in the hospital?
Yeah. I mean, as it is, I'm going, I have carpal tunnel from flogging.
Beating people?
Yeah, from doing this. My wrists hurt. So it's kind of eventually I think my body is going to let me know it's time.
What if they invent a powered exoskeleton, like an Iron Man suit?
If I need an Iron Man suit to do what I do, that means I can afford that, and that means I'll just quit.
Just retire.
Yeah, I think I can use that money for better things.
Okay.
Like a shed for Boris.
Shed's for
he's
rent.
got a shed.
It's like my lawn things.
Right, lawn things.
Things for your lawn.
Lawn. The things you take out and you put back in.
Said the outdoorsy guy.
Like the lawn.
I didn't say he was good at it.
Right.
It's a shed. I didn't bring the shed with me. That would be.
I love my husband likes to mow the lawn at night. At night.
I have a neighbor like that. What is that?
Because he's got headlights on his track. One of
My
those
neighbor does
so
that. He 9 o'clock at night.
He's like, they put lights on this for a reason. It's very relaxing. I'm the only one on the block doing it. I'm like, yeah, you're the only one on the block.
The neighbor's
it is
cat
cooler.
got a haircut.
That's why he likes it. It's cooler.
You hear bizarre noises.
And you get to
and there's a cup holder on ours, so he can drink a beer. He's got headlights, and he can hook up his iPod. It's so he's styling on this
you'd be flying
I didn't
fireflies around, be romantic.
Nature.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were married to what's his name, Larry the Cable Guy.
I might be. He's a little better looking than Larry the Cable Guy, but I'm thinking they might share the same brain. I love him to death, but he has moments. I
guess we all do.
Yeah, I think you get to an age where, that and I mean, do you guys ask your wives where everything is in the house?
I don't ask, but she tells me.
She volunteers the information.
I think what happens is you just randomly walk around, and then she tells me what stuff
Boris, you know what? The laundry's in that room. Why don't you put it away in the closet?
There's a reason why that is. Because it's not where I left it.
That's probably it, too. But yeah, no, there's definitely times where I'm like, I'll just give you something to do because you're obviously wandering around, aimlessly.
In circles.
In circles, yeah.
Yeah.
That or he thinks the uterus is a tracking device.
Is it?
I don't know, but he asks me where everything is all the time. He can't find anything, and I'm like, why don't you lift that? Oh, there it is.
All right, so you know where it is.
It's a genetic thing.
Yeah, I always know where everything is, but my kid and my husband can't find anything.
See, what people say, there's no difference between men and women.
Oh, no, there's a lot of difference between men and women.
You just point to that.
I think being a dominatrix made that very clear to me, that there are big differences between men and women.
We're going to get a lot of hate mail from all the...
No, not about that. I'm just saying...
I welcome.
We'd have to get mail first.
As...
There'll be one left.
Yeah.
Please stop.
Handwritten.
Or no, magazine cutout. I've stolen your microphone.
I've stolen your rotary cell phone.
Try again on the Wi-Fi with this now.
You'll never get this back.
They have your flip phone hostage.
Your razor is mine.
Yeah, no, that would be fun.
Your fountain pen will never be seen again.
All right, now you, the horse is dead.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep going.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep going till it flattens.
Yeah. Where did you put those ball gags?
Just right next to you.
in case we need them. And we had some late entries, by the way.
Ooh, late entries.
Yes.
We're allowing those?
Yeah. What do you
Yeah,
think?
we need all the help we can get.
We got to think up questions? No.
We have
Wasn't this? It's
questions.
a great idea though, because
It is.
No, this is fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
And people had good ones. All right. Jamie asks, has a session ever gone bad? And how would you get out of that situation?
Time's up. Bad. Well, that could be like, it just goes bad. Like you don't connect with the client, so it's just not. I
think that's what she meant.
Or
I think
like,
it's like, one of those troublesome clients. I don't know.
Oh yeah. I mean, I have. Well, first of all, I have rules. There's some posted behind that door.
Right.
And then I have the main rule, which is on that door, which basically just says, "Don't be a dick." I mean, that's my rule. Like, don't be a dick, and I reserve the right to. If you are, you will be asked to leave without a refund. Like, that's it. You're just gone.
And you have someone, around.
If I've never met you before, yes, there will be someone around for such an occasion. Once I'm comfortable enough with a client that I know that's never going to be an issue, I don't have to worry about that. And you have to remember, most of my clients are coming to submit. They're submissive. They're not interested in giving me problems. That's not why they come to see me, and everything's negotiated ahead of time. So I get everything up front. So it's not like they're going to walk in the door and then try to haggle down the price. Like that's what's so great about this versus like when I used to dance. When you're a dancer, you get up on the stage, that's how you get paid. And it's subjective. They can give you $1, they can give you 20, they can give you whatever. To walk through this door, before you cross that threshold, I've gotten paid. Before the session, before everything. So that's how I do it. And there's a system to that exists because they're coming to see me because I'm in control. That's the whole point. They're not coming to see me to try and get one over on me, or because if they were trying that occurred before they booked the session. And I've already been like, ugh, forget it. You're not serious. You're not into this. So anybody who actually makes it to the appointment, they're serious. They're showing up and they're not interested in harming me at all. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. It's happened to women before. I've been very fortunate. So, and I'd like to continue to be fortunate to the 7 people out there. Just so you know, if you have any ideas.
So what kind of safety measures?
As I slip off the chair. Well, if I don't know someone for the first time, that I'm meeting them, I like to try and have someone in the house, in the place, because I can yell pretty loud, so someone will hear me. But that's really the best measure. If there's another person here, well, that's a witness. No one's doing anything. Yeah. If somebody, and it happens where they want to meet me prior, so I'll meet you at a public place. We'll chat for a little bit, but you always pay for my time. Because that's what this is. This is my time. I don't have time to meet every single client for 20 minutes for coffee. I wish I did, but I don't think any of us have that luxury. So if you want to meet with me and you want me to make the time to do that, you go for it. Whether it's in this room or in Burger King, I don't care. But that's what I mean. I have clients who, they're going to a dinner and they're divorced and they want a date. But they don't want like a date. They just want somebody they can talk to, that they can have a good time with. So I've been invited to dinner. I've gone to Christmas parties. And nobody knows what I do. I'm just like the girl that he brought. Like, oh, and how'd you get that? And I keep it cool. No, he didn't pay me. But
that's the first thing you say. Oh no, he didn't pay me.
Yeah. Yes. Well, no. So I've been asked that. Like, oh, how did so and so get you to come with him? Did he pay you? And I, so they're like, no, of course not. He just, I'm a friend of his, and he want I can play the part, and it's fun. I get to meet interesting people. Sometimes we say what I do, sometimes we don't, and I get to go to a Christmas party or something fun. I mean, there are worse things as a job. I've done those things, but I mean, I would do this above being, when I used to dance, looking back, oh, that was so stupid. I should have been doing this the whole time. Because when you're a dancer, you're subject to so much more, you have to work a lot harder for $20 than I have to at all.
And you have to deal with a lot of drunk people.
You have to deal with a lot, and you have to deal with people in a group. People in a group are very different. See, most of the time, individuals are very nice. Very polite. They play by the rules. They come to see me. They have their session. They leave. But something happens to people in groups because you get one person because there's safety in numbers. So they'll say something stupid and then they're like, yeah, and and you get like that kind of thing. And I mean, I can remember even when I used to work bachelor parties and stuff, I always had to take a bouncer with me from the bar because I never wanted to be, there's a room full of men and, I was a lot younger and a lot smaller. Like I could, screw that, which thankfully when I danced in Atlanta, a lot of the, like WWE, remember them? And like in the off season, they would be bouncers at a bar. So you bring one of those guys with you. Nobody is messing with you.
Yeah.
Most of those guys couldn't count to 21 unless they were naked, but it didn't matter. They looked scary. So like I remember because I actually dated one of them for a while, and he was Hulk Hogan's body double. So he had the same body measurements as Hulk Hogan. He was his decoy. And I'll never forget, we went to like Fuddruckers, like something nameless like that. And he goes to the host, we'd like a table, and it was this little scrawny kid. He's like, where do you want it? He's like, don't hurt me. Like everywhere you went, they would be afraid. So you'd bring one of them with you. I don't really have to do that with this because if they made it to the front door, then they've been vetted, we've spoken, they've paid. And anybody who's going to PayPal me a deposit at that point, if you didn't want to be caught for something, then you don't PayPal somebody.
Yeah, you get all the information. Yeah.
Right. So, and that's why I do it. It keeps me safe. It keeps them safe. Look, they want to know that they're not going to they're walking into a room full of weapons. They got to know that they're going to be safe too.
Yeah.
So I have references if people need.
Location that,
right.
they've never been to before, yeah.
Exactly. Where my defibrillator is on the wall. I'm thinking of getting one. It might be fun during set. No, I just.
If your client's 75, you might need one.
You might need one. Like that's what I say all the time. I'm like, look, if you pass out, like I have a waiver that people sign if they've never come to see me before, and one of those things on there is that I have permission to break confidentiality if I have to call 911. I mean, I have to have that preview because I'm pretty sure. I mean, really, you're going to choose dying in a dominatrix dungeon over like, the local hospital? Like, you don't want your wife finding you here.
Drag him outside.
Yeah. Well, that's, exactly. Hey, how heavy do you think he is? We can just toss him over the balcony. They'll find him in the morning.
Not suspicious at all.
Where's the garbage picker?
Right. But yeah, no. But I ask a questionnaire. Like, people fill out like a form. Are you medically sound to be here? Like, if you have a heart condition and you want to be here, you just have to tell me. So I don't do anything that's going to aggravate your heart condition. I need to know if you're on certain medication. Yeah. Because certain medication, any kind of impact play is going to leave bigger marks. The skin's more sensitive. I have to know that. Yeah. Because otherwise, what if you're diabetic and I tie the ropes too tight and cut off your circulation? Like that's a real thing. Mm-hmm. And you might think I know what to do if you go into a diabetic shock.
Candy.
Yeah.
Candy, orange juice. But, I might have luck with that here because a normal person lives here. And I shouldn't say that. My other landlord is very normal too, just a 29-year-old boy. And, God knows how long that orange juice has been in the refrigerator. If that refrigerator's even plugged in. It's that kind of thing. You've been there.
I've seen that refrigerator.
Yeah, you've been there. There's no doors on that refrigerator. Like, yeah. I don't think
Coors Light's going to help.
Yeah, I just, well, he's got a lot of claws there. There's a lot of girls that come by. That new drink. What's that new drink?
I don't know.
That seltzer.
No,
oh, all right. Forget it. You guys are so not cool.
I watch silent movies. I don't know anything about his new drinks.
Yeah, they don't drink in silent movies. No. And if you do, you don't know what they're drinking because they're quiet.
They only smoke.
It's a Singapore Sling.
Oh, my God. Oh,
kind of go old school.
Tom Collins.
I know what that is. I know who. No, he was lovely.
The movie was good.
Oh my God, he wore a kilt. He did, didn't he? Yeah. So that's the answer to the question. I mean,
so are you saying that pro-doming is the best kept secret?
I would say it's an excellent kept secret.
Yeah.
Well, and the nice thing about this, not everyone can do this.
Yeah.
Just like not everybody can strip. Like anybody can take their clothes off and fling it but you have to have a little finesse with it to make it big in that. But really, I mean, anytime a pretty girl takes off her clothes, someone's going to look at her. So it's not like she's working, that hard. But I think that being a pro dom, so many women think they can't do it, not realizing, oh no, it's way easier. It's so much easier than you think. I mean, it really is. I was surprised how easy. What'd you do? Okay. It's fine. We're just transmitting
it keeps
German
connection,
now.
But it keeps actually working. So.
Oh, okay. Good.
So yeah, I think if I knew then what I know now, I would have skipped the whole dancing. I would have skipped my whole career in the city.
You might actually get more competition out of this if you out of 7 people are watching.
Yeah, and
I might. It's too easy.
But I got to tell you something. There is no competition really with this because there's room for all of us. Do you know how many? You teach in school. You teach in college. How many horny men you think there are?
150 million in the country.
Right. Okay. So there we go. Like, there's plenty of room for more pro doms. Like, yeah, she's special. But yeah, there's plenty of room. I don't really, Poe. You wanna but I just I think that if more women wanted to get into it, more men would be more comfortable experiencing it, Boris.
I don't have anything against it. I actually
find that late reaction. You're like, oh, that was actually directed at him.
It's just not my thing. That's all.
That's okay. It's allowed to
I'm
not be your
against
thing.
It.
I know. I just like to tease you about it because why not?
Because you want me in that cross.
Alex does.
It's made
really.
in China.
He's been sending me secret messages. Not made in China. It's made in South Carolina. I'll have you know.
Really?
By hand. Okay. Yeah, this wasn't cheap either.
No, really?
But I held a contest among my clients, and
oh yeah, I got
and that's
the email.
how I got that. You got that email, yeah.
Yeah, I'm on the email list.
Yeah,
it's a very interesting list.
He made it.
He made it on.
In his woodshop.
He's special too.
Yeah. It's hard to get on that list.
I'm sure
it's probably harder to get off it. Yeah, I wish I did this long ago. I would have no bills. I would have a lot more stuff if I did it sooner. Because I would have had more time to build up a clientele.
Yeah, right.
I would have been the first with the podcast.
Maybe franchise out.
What? I don't know that this is something you want to franchise out. That might send the wrong message. I mean, because look, there's a lot of confusion with that too. A lot of people think. I mean, pro dom is just a fragment of sex workers as a whole. But they all think, oh, they just say pro dom, but really they mean hooker. No, really I mean pro dom. Mm-hmm. There's no, that's not code for anything. But there are some people who contact me thinking it's code.
Well, in many ways, it's like therapy, I guess.
For a lot of people, it is.
For a lot of people.
Yeah, I think I told you last time. I have clients who, they're former drinkers, drug addicts, different, and this supplements that, but this is in the end safer. I mean, if you have a great session and get into a car and drive, you're going to be fine. You're not going to. Yeah,
you're not going to up in a 12-step beating rehab.
Right. That would be funny. It would. And I got to tell you something. Certain conventions and stuff, you go and it is like a 12-step people who are programmed for who are without a dom or without a sub. Like they're lonely. They want their other half.
That would make a good movie.
It actually would. It would. That's like that. And, I want a movie about me, The Accidental Dom. That's my title.
It would have to be a silent black humor.
Oh, enough with you. You know what? You're fired.
People like sound. I'll take my piano elsewhere. By myself.
And your tiny little violin.
I'll push this out of here myself.
Bring it on your sagging chair. Put some wheels on that, and it might be.
I feel like I'm sitting on the floor with this at this point.
Yeah.
I do have a super duper chair, but we didn't bring those.
What's a super duper chair?
Oh, you got to see this thing. It's the best beach or camping chair ever.
Okay, 2 words that are foreign to me: beach and camping.
I see that you exhibit the snooky tan.
Yes.
Typical Jersey thing. No, the super duper chair's got a canopy that flips open.
Oh.
It has a footrest that flops up, and the sides you can pull down. So it's almost like a tiny house.
Does it have a cooler? Because then you'd be styling.
It has 2 separate places you can put stuff in, side pockets.
Oh, wow. Why don't you have one? You don't have a super duper chair?
This is his chair. I don't even have a chair.
These are my old camping chairs. My super duper chairs.
You don't get the
bigger.
good one.
I don't have a chair.
It would be funny if I brought those and we just put all this stuff in. So you can't see us.
This
It's
one
just,
That would
does
be fun.
have some
And a
kind of-
little
It has a-
zinc,
it has a
and a little
canopy,
zinc
but-
on your nose, just for the
Yeah.
just for good
no,
measure.
like the silver thing, like the
Oh
reflector.
yeah, remember? Like my mother used to
Yeah.
have one of those.
For this room,
Like-
he needs the green neon zinc.
The
Right.
green and the
Oh,
big
you
reflector.
remember that was so 80s?
That was like so 55. Didn't they use that back in the day? The white
No.
ones? Yes, they did.
No.
I saw a silent movie.
No, you did not, because
Bread and Beach Memoirs or something.
a Neil Simon play is a silent movie. Oh
It is to me because I'm deaf.
Oh yeah.
Didn't they make a movie with Bette Midler? Made me dreaming about that.
Did who make a movie with Bette Midler?
There was a movie like that.
Beaches.
That's what it is. Close enough.
It's just
And then the guy was
just
eating
like a
hot
Neil
dogs.
Diamond.
Yeah,
Neil
it's close
Simon play.
enough. It's
Yeah.
close enough.
Yeah.
Told you I have
Right.
Alzheimer's.
He's a big Bette Midler
I
fan.
remember.
Are you?
That's
Oh,
the thing.
Are you really? I was gonna be like, because
it would be, then I would be hanging.
yeah, I was gonna say, because then there's some questionable. I have some questions for you. Give me that.
In that case, I'll be wearing a diaper hanging.
Yeah. Going, please, I need to
Yeah.
see the rose.
No,
He always
but-
says, Judy may be gone, but at least Bette's still here. I think he's milk.
All right, do we have another question?
Actually, it's funny because in that speech, I think she answered the last 2 questions. Thanks very much.
Oh, well, what were they?
Okay. Knowing what you know now, would you change anything?
Yeah,
You
we've
just
done it
answered
earlier.
that. What is one thing about your job an outsider might be surprised to learn? I think you answered that.
Yeah, but, well,
I mean, you can if you can think of anything
I would
else.
think that a lot of people think that my job involves sex.
And you...
Yeah, and it really
Basically,
does,
yeah.
but it doesn't even involve
Talking about
sex for the client. Like, yes, they might get turned on and they might get
Mm.
aroused, but they're not really coming here because they're expecting, some kind of sexual gratification. They're coming here because the pain, the humiliation, or the degradation, or just even being teased and denied is enough to, they find it arousing, but they don't expect to get gratification.
They're getting their dopamine in other ways.
Exactly.
Okay.
They get the high so they can repeat it when they get home. Instead of always watching the porn and wishing it was them, now they have their own home movie in their head that they can run. And I think, because there's a lot of them that come, like I said, they're 55, they're 60, I don't, they're having a good time, but it's not the same telltale signs that the 23-year-old gets. I know when
It's pretty obvious.
yes, when that one, when they rise up, it's like, hi, how are you? And it waves. Older men, they're like, I'm here, but I'm just gonna lay low. I'm just gonna chill.
Nicely put.
Yeah, I'm just gonna chill. It's fun for them, but it's not the same fun. Because they need to, I think, as one of my clients explained it to me, that it takes a little longer than it used to, so this gives him the home movie that he can watch on his own pace.
Oh, well, that's nice.
It is nice. It is nice.
Do you ever get a thank you note from the wife?
I have only ever gotten one. But that's because I get to take pictures during the session.
That's one more fan mail that we get. So.
Yeah, right. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's good to know. No, there was a couple. Well, I never met her except through FaceTime. She is bound in a wheelchair now, so she doesn't have the same physicality that she. So, I have to outsource pain to my sub. She outsources it for her husband because he knows that she knows he needs that, but she can't deliver it anymore. So I take pictures and literally FaceTime her during. That's one of my favorite sessions because I know when a lot of men come to see me, it's sneaking around for them. Their wife doesn't know. They're, I know this because they're basically paying me in Apple iTunes. You know what I mean? It's like, can I send you an Amazon card? Fine, I'm going to buy shit anyway. Of course you can. Yeah, I know I'm going to need that. My kid goes to camp. It's fine. But, and
I need groceries.
yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, so I know that goes on. I don't begrudge it. They're going to do it anyway. I'd rather they do it with me because, one, I get the money, and two, it's a safe space. I know they're going to be safe. I know they're going to have a good time. But it's so much more fun for me when I know their wife is involved or knows about it. Cool. And I send them home with bruises, and I get the thank you back from his wife. Like, oh my God, those bruises are awesome. Thank you. There is something to that, because I feel like I am doing some kind of therapy for that couple. Mm-hmm. Because in that respect, like, he gets what he needs, and she can still feel responsible for giving it, even though she can't physically do that. Unless
you're going through a divorce.
I have a lot of those.
Then you can use that in a court.
Well, I do, but I have a lot of clients who go through, it's funny, and I thank God I could use this as my excuse. I do have one client who is going through a divorce, and he's like, when I'm done and I'm divorced, I'll take you out to dinner. He's like, would you ever go out on a date with me, like a real date? And I just looked and I said, no, you're a Republican. I can't.
Oh.
Like, that was my excuse.
That's how you torture him?
Well, I have. That's, I can say, but that's all in good fun. Where I have been like, did you see what your stupid president did today? Because there's a lot of things that he does that aggravate me. And I don't have any place else to take that out.
In that case, you should be paying him.
No. Not at all. He voted for him. He should continue to pay for me. He voted for that schmuck. He should pay continually.
I don't think you should be paying the president.
No.
I
believe they call that taxes.
That's true. Yeah. He's getting the kickbacks. Yeah.
But then that's any president.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like you could be like,
so you get
I can't believe you voted for that guy for any president.
Right. Yeah, no, it's very useful in that respect. But every time he does something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love paying taxes. Said no one ever.
Said nobody ever. Like, yes, let me pay more. Said no one ever. Well, except for maybe Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think people want to pay more have a right to pay more.
Even Bernie Sanders. Somebody was like, did you pay more than your fair share of taxes? And he giggled.
Yeah, before or after my book went gold.
Bernie Sanders is giggling.
Who's stupid enough to pay more than they have to?
Right. I mean, yeah, exactly. Nobody. Certainly not our president. But yeah, that thankfully he was that I could use that, because you want to let him down easy. You don't want to be like, no, you are 64 and I've seen you can't get it up anyway. What are you needing me for? Like, I've been there in the room with you. I know what happens. I've seen it. I'm good. Pass.
Do we have any more questions?
Those were all the questions that we had.
Those were some good questions.
Thank you.
But before I forget, because in 2 weeks I am teaching at Brimstone, which is in New Jersey.
How can you meet Mistress Schari?
It's very simple. Well, if you go on to, I think it's brimstone6.com. Like, I think it's that easy. I don't know if there's tickets left or not, but it's basically a hotel takeover for kinky people.
Where is it?
In Piscataway.
Piscataway, New Jersey.
New Jersey.
In case we have any those California viewers.
Yeah.
You gotta take a jet.
The one person on vacation.
From
Jersey.
There might be a lot of people getting on vacation.
There's kinky people coming to town. I'm out. Yeah, that's my weekend to go. But yeah, no, it's a 3-day hotel takeover, and they have all different kinds of classes. Like if you wanted to learn how to paddle someone correctly, or electrical play, or whatever. And so I'm teaching 3 classes that I've been teaching for a while, but I've kind of jazzed them up and made them better. So the first one, which basically details me, it's called the Accidental Dom, and it's for anybody who's ever thought, oh, I'm too nice, I could never do that. Because very often, husbands and wives especially, a husband who runs the house, he makes the decisions, he does the car repair, the this, the that, and in the bedroom maybe he's a little bit more submissive and he wants his wife to take control, but she's always been the very nice, sweet little girl, So how do you do that? So I teach a class on that. And that one's called the Accidental Dom, which is pretty much how I got here. And then I teach a class on high protocols in service, because part of BDSM, part of the culture, is it's very formal. And it's there's a hierarchy. I mean, it's basically Downton Abbey with sex. So, I teach all about how to maintain those standards, when you're out in public and on display, or just in a kink convention. And then the third class, which is an update of my blowjob class. I've been teaching a blowjob class for 18 years. And, that's mostly been taken by, like, wives, divorcees, very popular among divorcees. Bachelorettes. It's a very fun bachelorette party, things like that.
Think that was the reason they're actually getting divorced?
Yeah, sometimes. And they're like, well, if I'm getting divorced for that reason, I guess now I should learn how to do it. And
Curses.
Damn it, I thought I got away with it. So I've been teaching that class forever, and now I adapted it for kink by making it a cock worship / cock ownership class.
In some towns in Jersey, you can have chickens but not roosters, so maybe that's not going to work.
Maybe, but
because we're talking poultry here,
right?
In case somebody's confused about the language.
No, I don't think they are. I think this gives it away.
Fine feathered animals.
Yeah, we hang them from there and slice them up. It's good for rotisserie. So the class will be cock and awe. I love that I named it that. I just, I thought it was brilliant, if I do say so myself. But so I get to teach them, and you can come meet me, but I will be in this location for all 3 of those days. So you can also contact me and just have a session. If this room looks more friendly to you than the purple room, then or maybe you're not as fearful of the cross. Maybe you'd like to push more than 53 minutes.
Well, we also have a lot of light now because we brought the light.
Yeah, well, there was no room for the light in the last one.
Yeah, so this looks brighter than it is because of our light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's normally much darker.
It is, but still very, it's a little more airy.
It's lighter and airier.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's funny because my sub was like, we should paint the walls black. I'm like, no, I need to keep something nice and bright because, the other one's so dark.
Yeah. I
like the other one being dark, though, because then I know that, like, I can kind of not worry about my makeup or my hair. Like, everything's very dark. I look awesome in that room. It's very
We remember.
Oh, thank you. So, but yeah. So come see me. Come visit. All 6 of you. I'll give you a break.
Well, okay. 6.
For future events, because you do this all the time.
I do.
Do you want to give out your website again?
Right. So it is www.mischiefmatters.com. I don't know. My dating, what's the cool way to say? Is it just mischiefmatters.com now?
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think most websites.
I don't even know what my I have an Instagram and I have a Twitter. My submissive handles both of them for me, and every single time I have to be like, what's my handle again? Like, how do they find me?
Fun of me and my silent movies.
But at least I know I have an Instagram.
At least I know how to use smoke signals, young lady.
Oh, but he called me young lady.
My messages get across to someone. I don't know who gets it, but somebody gets it.
I like the smoke. Can you hear me?
SOS.
Can anyone see this?
But it's New Jersey, there's a lot of smokestacks, and no one hears anything.
Nobody hears anything. So really, it just goes silent like your movie.
Yeah.
That's right. That's why I play my piano.
Him and his piano.
He just goes like this. And he never touches the keys.
It's just a small little Casio.
Oh, God, it's going to drive me... Remember when we were a kid, they had that one show, Uncle
Floyd.
Uncle Floyd, yes! I don't think he really played the piano either.
Yeah, he does.
Wow, very
Oh, actually, Uncle Floyd does.
I have seen Uncle Floyd. Yes, he does. He still performs.
Yeah,
I thought
he's 105.
No, he goes around, he performs. And he's really
He's
good.
expensive, too.
He probably opens for John Valby or something like that.
I don't know. I've seen him in
He does events. And
I saw him in
him and Krusty the Clown.
Halden, I think it was, in an Italian restaurant. And he was like...
Is that like scenes from an Italian restaurant?
It was, except it was Uncle Floyd.
So he's like a coffee house guy now. Oh, God.
All right.
We should wrap it up.
I think so. You got to drive home, and I think it's
not just that, but things are getting weird.
Right? Yeah, I think exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that and your chair is going to be.
I'm going to get my floor. Pretty soon, I'm on the second floor.
Right. See if you can get up, and then
that might be a problem.
I think he's sleeping here.
He's an overnight one.
He's an overnight. Oh, the cage! Get the cage! I have a crate somewhere.
A crate, like a dog.
Like a dog crate, yeah.
You have to get up before she puts the cage on you.
I put it around.
She's gonna put like Reese's Pieces going into the cage. You have like Peter Griffin. Oh, Reese's Pieces.
I'd like to phone home now.
All right. Well, thank you.
All right,
thank
wrap it
you.
up.
Always.
Mistress Schari.
Yes.
Thank you.
And
All right.
Maybe we'll do this again.
Yeah, maybe.
Mm.
Maybe we'll change the color of the room. Really confuse people.
Mm.
next time it's going to be
Black
red.
and white.
Red. I want to have like a red one. I think.
Yeah.
Like a red Queen of Hearts kind of thing. You know, little different theme. Okay. I think they should all be different themes and different colors, and different ways of anger management. Like red would be the theory.
Wrap it up.
I'm going to throw this up. So thank you very much.
You're very welcome.